Yesterday I made this journal. It's the first time I've tried making a tab binding journal using the little bits of tape, but I wanted to use a hardcover. So this was a copy of The Secret, which I'd bought because I loved the cover. Read the book. Yeah, about the book. When I took the spine off, I made a really big mess of it and it had tears up through here, so I cut the spine piece out and I was just left with the two boards. And so I made this tab-bound journal. I used some of my old artwork on the front and back covers. Another goofy looking emu. And then I used some Tim Holtz fabric tape. Unfortunately, this ledger style one, the top 1/4 inch of it isn't sticky, so I had to glue each edge, but it was a bit tedious. What was more tedious was actually peeling off all the bits of tape. I think next time I'll try washi. It also made it quite thick in the spine, having the fabric tape, because they go over, so all the threes sit on top of each other and all the fours sit on top of each other, and so you can see, well, maybe it's not such a problem, but it's a lot thicker here than here, more so than you would expect with a folded, ordinary folded page. But I'm super happy with the way this turned out. So I just have a few things. You can see I used just things that were lying around, really. So covered little tear on the page with that piece. Loved finding that. That was from some, I don't know, gift book of some sort. Loved him too. Bit of colouring in. This is some beautiful paper, suitable for fountain ink. And it takes watercolour really nicely, but look at how that bled through. Anyway, this was an experiment to see if you, because all of these are single pages, but you can in fact use a doubled page. You just add it on its fold, and then the centre then is not, no tape, but it's perfectly put in because it's attached on this side with 4 and on this side with 3, just like all the others. So that was a bit of a revelation. A couple of them, I did it a bit too tightly, and I think it's the flimsier papers that you have to be careful of. The heavier ones seem to behave themselves better. I'm not sure if I just overlapped it a bit too close. It's not a problem, I don't think. It's still, you know, it's still got all these, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits of tape here, so it's not going anywhere. Let's see, there was some, isn't this gorgeous? Almost invisible. Here's another one where I added it on the fold because I really like this side, so I didn't want to cut it up. Now somewhere in here, I think there's some, it's another bit of my old watercolour play. Avocado dye. Oh, here's another. These are both very fine, and they see they're a little, what do you call it? Tight. You know, I did them too tight. I think here we go. I don't want that there. So I'm just trying to use what's within arm's reach. And here's something I prepared earlier. I mean, on a totally different day, but I think that will go. They're joined with a brad. So really, I could just put a little hole in, or put a little hole in the location of the depository. I really like this paper, but you know, it's from, what's it called? The Da Vinci Code. So it's full of all that rubbish. There we go. A little brad there. And now you've got a little notepad. That's going to close all right. I might just stick something What do we stick over that then? Another little Brad? No. Ooh. Got some Barrier Reef stamps. That's a bit out of character with the rest of the book. Got all sorts of things, really. What's in here? Have to try and remember to do these things on camera. Here we go. What about a little feather? That'll do. I'm not going to do it. I don't even know if I'm in frame, but that's all right. This is an experiment. Do I want to start a YouTube channel? I don't know. I'm not very good with anything that involves technology. Rather be playing with something with my hands than with buttons. Hope I'm in frame. Anyway, there we go. That covers the Brad. Echoes the peacock. Here's an old gel print, you know, when you just brayer off. I think I'll leave that open because it's writing space. Now this is a very fine one and it's not doing that thing, so maybe it is just when I do it on too tight. Isn't this pretty? This is a bit of gift wrap and I've just reinforced the edge with that, and I was going to make a pocket, but what do you think? I guess that'll be a bit hard to write on that. Let's make it a pocket and then we can poke something in it. Gotta love art. Art glitter glue. Shouldn't have done this while my lawnmower man's going because that's probably going to be in the background. Oh look, there's another one. Fold him that way. My lovely daughter, when the dye pot gets too weak, she adds, I don't even know what that was, food colouring I think. So it was originally coffee or avocado and now it's something grungier. I realise I probably should have filled it with Australian animals, but anyway, there's one. And this is a paste paper. I cannot tell you. One of my kids might have made that at school, actually. Didn't want to cut it, so I just kept it. Ah, now this one. Oops. And that's why I keep losing my pen. I cannot tell you how long I spent yesterday looking for this silly thing. I had to go down and find another pin to put in it. And then when I was picking this up to do the binding, went like that and it stuck to my finger. It must have been caught in here. This is a bit of leftover napkin from another project, which I glued onto this lovely music page. I love those owls. And I've done a little top tuck there. Colouring in page. May you live all the days of your life. I don't know how you cannot, but anyway, nice sentiment. I have finally used a bit of this wallpaper stuff, which came in a pack of papers. They're like fussy cuts, but they're so dark. Anyway, this was a paper bag. Here's a paper bag. It was very long, but I really like it. And I've left the gussets in it, so you could stuff it. And this was the bottom gusset, and I just covered it in some coffee dye, left it at a tuck. Love that noise. Folding a bit, but that's all right. This is another bit of this beautiful, very fine paper suitable for fountain pens, which I've watercoloured on. But, okay, so that's a little tight. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, just put it on a bit tight. I think I'm going to leave that. And then there's my bodgy emu. So it's got a bit of movement in it, but it's I love it. I'm so happy with it that today I think I'm going to make another one. Might bring you along for the ride if this has actually worked.